Okay, hello to the future girls. This is Sydney. Hi, Sydney. Hello. We are going to show you guys steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 on a line, and then we're going to show you how to do those 1, 2, 3, and 4 when you get to a basketball goal. Okay. And so the first thing we're going to do is what we teach with our feet slightly turned. You're going to go to 2 lines. Now we've just picked some lines on the basketball court that we have in our backyard. You can choose these on your driveway. You can choose these anywhere you want. So we're in our backyard. You're probably going to hear a whole bunch of birds and dogs and motorcycles, etc. So sorry about that. Pick 2 lines and turn your feet slightly, just like Sydney has them. Both feet should not be on the line. Show them the wrong way. Put your other foot back on the line. Yes, you should not do that where both feet are on the line. Step your foot out. Be balanced. And if I'm 12 o'clock shooting with my feet going like the line right here is the goal that Sydney's going to shoot at. Okay, her feet, if I stand on 11 o'clock, her feet right now are pointing directly at me. And I say 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is the goal. 11 o'clock would be if I was my feet at 11 o'clock on the clock. Sydney is going to practice first. She's going to do step 1 is we are behind where the 2 lines go, and all we do is a process that we call UC cookies. So put your hand back behind the ball. When you have the hand back behind the basketball, you're going to be in this case, Sydney is a middle finger shooter, and so her middle finger is going to be the last thing that touches the ball as it flips down as she is right along the line. So you're going to see her her middle finger is going to be the thing that flips straight down. What we don't want we don't want these fingers, and we don't want this thumb shooting the basketball. We want the middle finger guiding the ball just like she did just right there as we go through, okay? So here's what UC cookies means. U, her wrist is bent, and it creates a U with her arm, her forearm, and her back of her wrist. C goes up, same position, and it's creating a C. And then the cookies is when we flip things forward, flip it forward, and then I want to see these 2 things, her middle finger and thumb, pinched, flipping down as if they're pinching a cookie in the cookie jar, okay? So our step 1 is we're going to start with step 1 and have this be one-handed first. So let's start one-handed. So we're just going to put it, get one hand back behind the basketball. We're going to worry about that one hand. Okay, go up to your C position. It's off onto the side. One hand is underneath the ball, and then flip up and forward. And our goal, go ahead. Our goal is to land that ball on the straight line. That straight line doesn't move. That straight line is not going to lie to you. Now, you might lie and say that you landed on it when you didn't, but the line itself is not going to lie. So keep going. Turn to there, and then flip up and down and land on the line. Perfect. Now, in step 1, when we go to UC cookies, let's do the full thing. Let's go U, bring the ball down into triple threat position. U, C, and cookies. Okay, now the ball went out to the side because she brought the ball back in front of her face. So again, you want to try to keep the ball aligned. Go ahead, do it one-handed again. Go ahead. Now that ball from right here cannot go back in front of her chin, right? Or else it's going to be off balance. She's just pushing it to her side. Now put your hand up on the ball. That ball should basically be going straight up at this point. Okay, ready? Go. Cookies. Okay. What finger did it touch?
My ring and my pinky.
Your ring and your pinky. Very good. So we're going to look at one finger flipping the ball straight down. Go ahead. Last one on step 1.
One-handed or 2?
2-handed. There. Very good. Very good. And landed on line. Very good. Okay. Now, our step 2. On the line, we pick those to where those 2 lines are crossing. This time, Sydney is going to jump and, excuse me for that motorcycle, it should be in quarantine. We are going to jump and turn, okay? So Sydney's going to jump and slightly turn. So her feet are no longer even at 11 o'clock. They turned a little bit towards 10 o'clock on a clock. And then your follow through, Sydney, should still be straight. Fingers should still be straight down the line. There you go. There you go. Straight up and down, not over there, okay? Okay, so try that again. Let's do this. Let's do step 2. C and cookies. Gently turn, ball on the line. She's worried a little bit about landing the ball on the line. If you know me with all my new girls, keep going. You know me, my new girls. I do not care about the result. I care about, are you doing the process the right way? I need you to worry about, are you doing you see cookies, and then as you're turning, jumping and doing the gentle turn as you're shooting. Okay, and cookies. Okay, and again, if you're doing that the right way, landing on the line will happen. Okay, that's what we call the result. Stop worrying about the result. Worry about the process. That's step 1 and that's step 2. And now we're going to move to step 3. Step 3. This is where we combine them and we do more of a natural shot. So we call this one dipsy cookies. So we're going to take the ball from our U position, triple threat, and we're going to dip and then go up into C cookies in one motion, do our turn like we did in step 2, and do our fingers straight down the line like we did in step 1. Okay, let's do it together. Okay, so now we're going to line up, feet are spread, pointed towards 11 o'clock, and here we go. We're going to go. Don't bring it back in front of your chin. That's a Sydney issue. Here we go. Ready? Dipsy cookies. Got a little off balance. Still went straight. That's okay, but you got to jump and turn still the same, right? Jump and turn still the same. Okay? Dipsy cookies. Jump and turn, and that was a perfect one. Perfect. Okay, very good. The very last one is a little bit more advanced. What I'd like for my new girls to do is still practice 1, 2, and 3, and do those probably about 5 minutes each. Step 1, step 2, step 3, okay? Step 4 is, this one's a little bit different. This is where when we do the dipsy cookies and we turn and we do everything we just did, the dipsy cookies, our body turns, we finish straight down with our finger. The difference here is we take and we jump forward, and our feet are going forward, but our top half of our body actually stays relatively kind of close to that line. We jump forward and turn, but we might need to stick a kickstand back behind us. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, matter of fact, here, throw me the ball. Do this without the ball. Okay, dipsy cookies. Okay, now Sydney's scooting forward. She's jumping so forward, but that's fine. That's okay. See how she kind of went back? Her body didn't move back at all, but her feet did. Her feet went way out in front of her. What we want to try to do is have it be a natural motion. Okay, try it again. Okay, now don't force yourself to fall backwards. Your backwards fall should happen based on the fact that there should be an even distribution of weight, and you need to catch yourself because you're slightly coming back. Okay, good. Okay, makes sense? So, jumping up and go. Now, we're going to add a ball to that, and here's what we're going to do. Go for it. Step 4. We call this the sway in step 4. Okay, try it again. Dipsy cookies. Okay, all right, very good. Now the last thing, let's move over to the goal. Let's go, we have 3 spots on the goal, Sydney. Let's go side, then go to the other front, and then go to the other side. Those are your 3 spots. We start in really close, so start right there, okay? And we're going to start in really close. Step 1 is, remember, you see cookies. We can even do this one-handed, okay? So try this one-handed, okay? And good, perfect. Our goal is to aim for swishes. So we always say front of rim, back of rim, or swish. Go ahead. Good. And then the other side. You are in really close for this. You're supposed to be. Good. Okay, go back to your original spot. That would be over on the other side. It's okay. It's all right. Go in closer. You're inside the line. Okay. Step 2, we take a step back. And now we're going to do a gentle jump and turn like we did on our line. Okay? All right? Finger still goes right at the rim. Our gentle turn. Okay, go. Good, perfect. Remember, we always say front of rim, back of rim, or swish. I'm okay with a straight shot. Make sure you're turning. Don't just jump and not move. This is what the drill is working on right now. Okay? Okay, does that make sense? All right. Step 3, we're going back another step. This is where we're going to Dipsy cookies. Okay? Same thing you did on a line, we're going to add it to a goal. Go. Dipsy cookies. She's worrying about finger to the rim like on step 1. Keep going. She's worrying about turning her body like on step 2, and then step 3 is we are doing the Dipsy cookies in one motion. And again, front, back of rim are good. Okay? All right, very good. The last one, if you can go to step 4, that means it's from distance. So you take another step back. Some of you girls that need to start working on this, and therefore this could be your dip, see cookies, and then add the sway where your feet move slightly forward, your chest kind of gently tilts back, and therefore you're kind of needing to kickstand. Okay, ready? Yeah, that was actually pretty good. It was just a flat shot. All right, does that make sense for everybody? Okay. So as you guys are going through this, make sure again, if you have any questions, you guys can always send me a text. Good job. Go ahead, Sid. You can do the sway again. All right, and get back to me with anything you have. Okay. All right. And for the record, you shouldn't have to step back like Sydney just did. It should be natural. If you're not stepping back, that means your balance isn't the right way. So again, that's where step 1, 2, and 3 are really the focal points. And then when we get back in the gym, if you can get to step 4, we'll get to step 4. Okay. All right. Hopefully this helps, girls, especially for our newbies. Okay. All right. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys all soon and keep working.